Hello, my dear students and the rest of the learners. Welcome to part 5 of a 41-part series of tutorials in Fundamentals of Object-Oriented Programming in Java. In this tutorial, we are going to look at how we can write programs using a text editor, such as Notepad, and then run the same from the command prompt in situations whereby you have not installed in IDE, such as Eclipse, NetBeans, amongst others. My name is Manager M, or you can simply call me Emily Swap. So in this tutorial, just as I've said, we are going to see how we can use a text editor to write programs, as long as you have installed Java in our computer, and how we can execute those Java programs from the command prompt. You can write a program using a text editor, such as Notepad, for as long as you have installed Java program in your computer. And then you can copy it and paste it in the command prompt from anywhere or from where you can compile and execute your program, as long as you have installed Java in your computer, even without having installed an IDE. I repeat, you can write a program, a Java program, using a text editor, for example, Notepad or any other, and then you can proceed and copy as well as paste it in the command prompt, from where you can compile and execute that program. But the condition is, before you can use the text editor to type, you must ensure that you have installed Java in your computer if you expect those programs to execute. And therefore, it's not a must that you install an IDE in your computer, but installing IDE simplifies the task of cramming commands like those ones which we use in the command prompt, as we are going to see. However, if you are good in mastering the various commands that you can use at the command prompt, then as long as you have installed Java in your computer, there is no problem. You can run your programs without installing an IDE such as Eclipse, NetBeans, etc. This method is good for writing short programs. Once you code your program in an editor, for example, Notepad, Wordpad amongst others, you need to remember to save it in a folder of choice, which you can directly access from the command prompt, and ensure that the file name is having a .java extension. For example, fast.java, welcome.java, karibu.java, etc. Ensure you pick ANSI and encoding if that option is available. Encoding if that option is available. I repeat, ensure you pick ANSI and encoding if that option is available. And therefore, if ANSI is not available, if that option is not available, there's no problem. Just ensure that you save your file with a .java extension. And then from the command prompt, ensure you change the directory to the directory that contains your file. To compile the coded program, you type the command javac followed by the name of the file with a .extension. For example, if the name of your file is firstproject.java, ensure that at the command prompt, you type the command javac space the name of that project with its Java extension. For example, javac firstproject.java. To run the compiled program, you type the command java followed by the file's name. For example, Java fast project. So you cannot run the program before you compile. The procedure is simple. First of all, type your program in an editor. Save it with a .java extension. Then go to the command prompt. Change the directory to the directory that contains your file. Once you are there, compile your program by typing the command javac space the name of the project with .java. That is the full name. Once you have compiled, as the compilation is successful, you then proceed and run it. If there is an error that is going to be identified by the compiler, when you compile the program, you have to make the changes first. You have to debug, and then you come back and you compile and run it again. So, in case your program has any issue and you like to display its content at the command prompt, that is viewing the file that you have coded, you can type the command type followed by the name of the file. For example, if the name of your file is fastproject.java, then you can type the command type followed by a space, then the name of the project or the name of the file with its .java extension, and then you press enter key. If the file has errors, just as I have said, type the command Notepad at the command prompt, then open the file and make the corrections as necessary. So the following is an example of a program, or the following is a demonstration on how to write a program using Notepad, then edit it, compile it, and run it from the command prompt. Which is this program? So this is the program that we are going to write in Notepad, and then we run it, we compile it from the command prompt. So this is our program. Remember, explanations about this program will follow later in the subsequent presentations. For now, we are just in the introductory bit. We are learning how we can manipulate our file using various means, such as using the command prompt or using IDE. So let's type this program in Notepad. So how do you go about it? What you do, you first of all search for Notepad in your computer. So I will click here and type the word Notepad. That is under the search button here. So once you see Notepad displayed, you click Notepad app. So this is our Notepad app. And we close this. So let's go again. You type Notepad and then click on Notepad. Then once you are there, my dear students and the rest of the learners, you proceed as follows. So the program that we want to type in this Notepad is this program. Remember, it must obey the syntax of Java code. So here is my program. This is my program. So you just type your program this way. And then, of course, organize it as necessary. You just type your program. I indent it according to the syntax for Java. Code it according to syntax for Java, and also align it as necessary, indent it as necessary. So that's the program that I have coded in Java, and I'm using Notepad. From there, you can save it. So you click on File, and then click on Save. Where do we want to save it? I want to save it in a folder in my computer that is called Java Samples. You can see it is empty. So here, I will erase the suggestion and give it a name. So I want to give it the name Karibu, and it should have .java extension. And then below here, you can see there is this part here, which is an encoding. So if you click here, you can see there are various types here of an encoding. So it's advisable if you find this list available, choose answer. And then once you have done that, you have given your file a name, you can always click on save that way. And once you click on save, you'll see the name has been added there with .java. So our program is ready. Once your program is ready, you have coded it in Notepad, and you feel the syntax is okay and everything is okay, you can then now move to compiling and running this program from the command prompt. So you click on Start menu in your computer, and then under search here, or from the list, from your menu, you click on the command prompt. If you don't see it, you just type command or just type CMD. When you type CMD, look again, I want you to see. If I click on Start menu and then I type CMD, you see this app will appear, command prompt. So you click on command prompt. There we go. So this is our command prompt. Once you are here, we are saying change directory to a directory that contains your file. So you need to have some mastery of those commands. For example, to come out of the current subdirectory where I'm in, I'll type cd / that is change directory to the default one, to the root. And then you change the directory to the directory that contains your file. So my directory that contains my file is called Java samples. You press enter. And then to see whether my program is here, I can type dir. That is display the content of that folder. As you can see, I have my file here, karibu.java. If you want to see how that file looks like, maybe you can maximize this. If you want to see how the file looks like, or you want to open it, you type the command type, and then followed by the name of the file. That is karibu.java. You press enter. You can see this is how our program looks like. This is the content in our file. So that's how our file or our code looks like. So you can clear the screen by typing CLS, meaning clear the screen. So we have seen that we have our file, and our file is called Karibu. So the next step we need to do is to compile it. So to compile a file using command prompt, you type the word you type the command debug, a space, followed by the name of the program or file, the source file, and then with .java extension. You press enter key. If there is no error displayed, it means that the compilation has been successful. In other words, the source file has been converted to object code. Once you have done that, the next step is to execute it or to run it. To run the file, you type the command Java followed by space and then the name of the file. That way, Karibu. And then you press Enter key on your keyboard. As you can see, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have gotten an error. And the error is we are being told that the compiler could not find or load main class Karibu. What has caused that? What has caused that is java.language.no class definition found error. No class definition found, and we be told Karibu, wrong name, wrong name. So the reason as to why we have this error is because of a statement in our code. So let's go back there and debug it. How can we debug? To debug, you type, if you type edit here, edit karibu.java, and you press enter, you'll be told that that command is not recognized. So what you have to do is to go back to Notepad and make the correction from there. So how do you go to the Notepad? You type the command Notepad, and then you press enter key. You can see we have been taken to the Notepad screen or the Notepad. So let me close this window. We go back again. Let's go back again. And then we type Notepad in uppercase. You see, our program is not open. So what you do, you open your file. So you click on File menu, then click on Open. Once you click on Open, go to the directory that contains your file, Java samples, and then check if you have your file there. Do we see it? Let's type write all files. And then you can click on karibu.java file and click open. So this is our file. And this is our source code. Now the error we are getting, if you are going to run your programs, if you are going to run your programs in command prompt, you are going to type your source code. If you are going to type your source code using Notepad or text editor, then you need to avoid this statement in your program. You only type the statement Karibu or package, the term that begins with the word, or you type this statement that begins with the word package, followed by the name of the package if you are using an IDE. If you're not using IDE, you have not installed IDE in your computer, then avoid this statement from your code. So what I'll do, I'm going to make this one to be a comment. To be a comment, you add 2 forward slashes, or you can type that symbol there, and then you also close it on the other side using that symbol. So I have made it a comment similar to this comment here. And then you save the changes. You save. Then you can close this editor or this notepad. Once we are here, you can clear your screen again by typing CLS and press enter. Let's display our program again, see how it looks. So we have coded. So type karibu.java. So that's our program. You can see this is exactly how our program looks like. The program that we have coded. So to compile this program, you type the command javac space, the name of the program, that is Karibu, then dot Java, and you press enter. Now, by the virtue or by the fact that you have not been given any error, it means that the compilation has been successful. So you can clear the screen and then you run your compounded program. And to run it, you type the command Java followed by the name of the program without the extension, because we are going to compound. So this is object code. Once you press enter, if your program does not have any errors, we are going to see the output on the screen. So let's press enter and see what happens. Good. So our program has executed successfully. You can see it has been compiled, and for sure, the statement Karibu and enjoy coding in Java has been displayed, followed by name Julius M or Emily Swap. So this is the output after you execute your program. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, that is how we code the programs using an editor, and we compile and execute them using command prompt or command operating system in situations where we have not installed an IDE in our computer. And as you have noticed, as you can see, for you to be able to run your programs or compile your programs and execute them using the command prompt or the command operating system, you need to have some mastery of various commands that we use. Like the way you have seen me work on them: changing directory, clearing the screen, moving to the root directory, accessing the directory in which your file is kept, displaying the content of your file, etc. And that is why it is advisable that for you to be able to successfully run your Java programs, compile them and manipulate them easily, after you have installed Java in your computer, proceed and install an IDE such as Eclipse and code your programs using it, and the burden of mastering commands or those commands or mastering the various commands in the command operating system will be eliminated. So to go back, to come out of the command prompt, you type exit and you press enter. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have come to the end of part 5 of the series, in which you have learned how you can code your program using a text editor and then compile, debug, and execute it from the command prompt. You can now proceed to part 6 of 41 in the series, in which you are going to learn the structure and syntax for Java programs. I know for the examples I've shown you, you have been wondering what they are all about. So in this, or in the next set of tutorials, and also in part 6, we are going to learn the structure and the syntax or the format for Java programs. So if you have had any questions as to what each of the statements that have been displayed means, then part 6 is extremely important for you, because that is where we are going to learn on how you write a Java program and what each part of the statements mean. So congratulations for learning part 5 of what 1 on writing Java programs using text editor in fundamentals of object-oriented programming using Java. You can access the rest of the parts in the series, as well as other computer or ICT videos, by clicking or tapping on EmerySwap ICT YouTube channel below this video. To subscribe to this channel, tap on subscribe button below this video in YouTube if it's not currently reading as subscribed. For any further correspondence, kindly write to us through the email emilyswap@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me, and let's meet in part 6 of the series, and God bless.